Yes, guys, so welcome back to the class on a history of ancient and early medieval India by Upinder Singh. Now we are on part 4 of the series. Yes, so the two epics, Mahabharata and Ramayana. So both the epics, Mahabharata and Ramayana, fall in the category of Smriti and Idihasa. Itihasa means thus it happened. Itihasa, this is how it happened. It means the epics Mahabharata and Ramayana comes under the category of Smriti and Idihasa. Smriti is that which has been remembered, as we said before. Okay, so Ramayana, but Ramayana is often called poetry too. So the similarity in the language and style used in both the Mahabharata and Ramayana provide an indication that they belong to the common cultural milieu. And in Mahabharata, there is a part called Ramopakhyana, which shows in which refers to Valmiki and Ramayana and outlines the Rama story. An outline of Rama story is presented in the part of Mahabharata called Ramopakhyana, which mentions about Valmiki and Ramayana and outlines the Rama story. And Ramayana doesn't mention about the Mahabharata war. That is to be remembered. You have to remember the fact no matter what. Ramayana does not mention the Mahabharata war, but it mentions about the Kurus, Hastinapura and Janamejaya and all. These places are mentioned, these places and these clans are mentioned, but the Mahabharata war is not mentioned in the Ramayana book. The two epics were clearly aware of each other. They both belong to a common cultural milieu, as said previously. Okay, so let's start with Mahabharata. The composition of Mahabharata is estimated to be between 400 BCE and 400 CE, and it is believed that the Mahabharata war happened in the Dwapara Yuga. And conflict in chronology, there is a lot of conflicts in chronology because the setting of the Mahabharata is in the Indo-Gangetic Divide and Upper Ganga Valley. And the period also indicates a presence of strong women characters. Also, there is a description about the practice of niyoga, in which the conjugal rights of a woman is given to the husband's brother. When the husband dies, the conjugal rights are passed over to the brother. So such advanced traditions show the indication of Mahabharata in a period which is earlier than the Ramayana. So certain conflicts in such chronology is present in the work. Now Mahabharata consists of 18 parvas and two main recensions, a northern recension and a southern recension. So the core story of Mahabharata, as we know, is the conflict between between the cousins Pandavas and the Kauravas, and it is composed by Vyasa. And the Great War, Kurukshetra War, is the war which takes place in Ramayana between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And in the present state, we cannot say that it is the work of a single individual. There are many different layers for the Ramayana, which is in the present state can only be estimated to be the work of several different layers, and different types of people might have written the Mahabharata in its present form. So Mahabharata contains a sermon on dharma given by Bhishma as he lay dying on a bed of arrows. You have to remember that is Bhishma Parva. Okay, then Bhagavad Gita is the discourse by Krishna to Arjuna on the eve of the war. So that particular discourse is called Bhagavad Gita. And a small scale conflict might have been transformed into a gigantic war. That is what might have been presented as the Mahabharata war or the Kurukshetra war. And it might have occurred between 1000 BCE. It is a rough estimate, we cannot be sure. And there is a perspective of a historian by the name James L. Fitzgerald, who states that Mahabharata was a Brahminical response to the development of other schools of thoughts like Jainism and Buddhism. So, Mahabharata might have been a Brahminical response to the development of other schools of thought. And archaeological excavations at sites mentioned in Mahabharata show that painted graveware pottery, which goes back as to as back as 1000 BCE has been obtained. Archaeological excavations at sites mentioned in Mahabharata provide painted graveware which goes back to 1000 BCE, as old as 1000 BCE. And what you have to remember is Mahabharata might have happened in the place called Purana Khila, where it is in New Delhi. It marks that particular place, Indraprastha, the capital of Pandavas. As per strong local traditions, we get this information that Purana Khila, which stands in New Delhi, marks the place where Indraprastha, or the capital of Pandavas, stood. And in Aini Akbari, Abul Fasal states that Humayun's fort was built at Indraprastha, which was the capital of Pandavas, and that was the particular place Indraprastha was where the capital of Pandavas stood long ago. So states Abul Fasal. Okay, the next one is Ramayana. Ramayana consists of two main recensions, the northern recension and the southern recension. The northern recension is divided into northeastern, north and northwestern and western. So it's divided into three parts. The northern recension is divided into three: northeastern, northwestern and western. The language of northern is more elaborate and polished than the southern. And you have to remember. And Ramayana consists of 7 kandas or 7 books. Of this, Balakanda and Uttarakanda are the latest. Of this, Balakanda and Uttarakanda are the latest. Balakanda is the first and Uttarakanda is the seventh. These two are the latest. It consists of the tale of Rama, who is the king of the kingdom, and his stepmother's intrigues lead him to live a life of exile in the forest, and then abduction of Sita takes place by Ravana is killed, and then Sita is obtained back. So this is the story of Ramayana basically. And Valmiki appears in Ramayana in the Balakanda and the Uttarakanda. In the Balakanda, the reason for Valmiki being inspired to create Ramayana is described, and in Uttarakanda also Valmiki appears. And excavation from Ayodhya presents northern black polished ware. Plenty of archaeological materials which present evidence of the face of Ramayana is obtained from that particular location, and that is NBPW, northern black polished ware, which is found from Ayodhya's excavations. But for Mahabharata, no such archaeological evidences have been found. And you have to remember that Ramayana is found in various forms. The first is Valmiki Ramayana. This is as per Upinder Singh. I have only mentioned that which is written in Upinder Singh, and I have not searched for the other sources which are available. In Valmiki Ramayana is the version of Ramayana which is written by Valmiki in Sanskrit. The second one is Paumacharyu, which is written in Prakrit, and it is a Jaina version which was written by Vimala Suri. And the third one is Dasharatha Jataka, which is written in Prakrit language, and it is a Buddhist version of Ramayana. And Iramavataram is the Tamil version, which is written by Kamban, also known as Kamba Ramayana. And there are various other oral versions of Ramayana which is to be found. In Paumacharyu, Ravana is depicted as a tragic hero who follows all Jaina virtues, including non-violence, and is killed by Lakshmana and not Rama. In Paumacharyu, we said that it is a Jaina version. In that particular version, Rama is the hero of the story, and he belongs to the Jaina religion, and he is believed to have followed almost all the virtues like non-violence, and he is killed by Lakshmana instead of Rama. So those are the different versions of Rama. So that is it for this part 4 of the series. See you in part 5.